are, guys. The big one. Breaking Benjamin's most successful album to date, Phobia. Released in 2006, Phobia marks the band's highest point thus far, and I can see why it's become such a huge success. It does contain their best song, based on popular opinion, and it is definitely a great album. The track list is Intro, Diary of Jane, Breath, You, Evil Angel, Until the End, Dance with the Devil, Topless, Here We Are, Unknown Soldier, Had Enough, You Fight Me, and Outro. Now, while this isn't my personal favourite album, I can see why so many people say that it's theirs. The overall feel of this one is pretty consistent. I don't really know how to describe it, but all the songs just feel like they belong together on this album. And every time I hear any of them, I always picture the album cover in my head at least once. I'll probably say that this album is different from We're Not Alone in that it sounds darker but isn't quite as dark for the most part. Now I think musically it sounds darker than the previous album, but lyrically it's a little bit lighter, but only just. And there's just something about this album that's... I don't know, it just sounds almost perfect in every way. Well, except for one thing for me. Okay, so this may be BB's best selling album to date, but it does have my least favourite song on it. And it's one that I see a lot of people praising left, right and centre quite often, surprise surprise, and that's Topless. I still like it to some extent, but it is certainly my least favourite Breaking Benjamin song as of right now. And the way Ember is shaping up to be, I don't think that spot will change anytime soon. But who knows. Songs range from being heavy as fuck like Had Enough, to being light-hearted and slightly Saturate-esque like Unknown Soldier. Here We Are is a bit of a funny one, but I do enjoy the vast majority of it. I think You Fight Me could have seriously done with something more in the way of lyrics than just having This Is How It's Gonna End repeated like a trillion times though. This is also the first album to have a kind of intro and outro song. Very creatively named intro and outro. These are short instrumental pieces to open and close the album, and they do make a comeback on later albums as well. And I have to say, I frickin' love these, especially outro. I literally got chills from it the first few times I heard the thing. What you are about to witness is possibly one of the best snippets of music that has ever been devised by mankind. And these really work to hold the album together and end it with a bang, literally, as it has the sounds of a plane crash in it, which is just one of the many examples of Ben Burnley's real-life phobias appearing in these songs. God, and I haven't even mentioned the Diary of Jane yet, have I? This is Breaking Benjamin's most popular song, like, ever. I've only ever seen a couple of people at best who said they didn't like it, and that's very impressive. Of course, I love it too, and get why it's so well regarded amongst fans. I mean, the sound is perfect, the lyrics are perfect, the whole bloody song is a fucking masterpiece. Just like another song I'll talk about next time. Even though it isn't my top album, I'm still fanboying over it and I still have a ton of favourites off it too. So some personal favourites from Phobia would be The Diary of Jane, Breath, Evil Angel, Until the End, Dance with the Devil, Unknown Soldier, and outro. Basically half the album. Well, now it's time to give Phobia 4.5 growling bends out of 5. So that was Phobia. Next up we have Dear Agony, which, spoiler alert, is my favourite Breaking Benjamin album of all time. So see you next Tuesday to find out why it's my top pick. Adios.